Hello guys, S2W here with your next casual consumer's perspective review. For today's video, we will finally be looking at the latest sneaker update to one of the most popular shoe of the past 3 years. Released for a little over a month in the States and finally touching down in Canada the past week, this sneaker was referred as, and possibly still is, the most comfortable sneaker not only for running, which is what it was designed for at first, but also as a casual walking shoe. Today, we have the Adidas Ultra Boost 19 here for a review. If my video today is helpful to you in any way, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to support my channel out. By now, most of us should be familiar with how the original Ultra Boost looked like. Since its first release in 2015, the Ultra Boost has undergone a total of 4 changes to this specific silhouette, but mostly were only cosmetic or slight difference in textile. There were other significant changes, such as becoming a whole new model itself, such as the Uncaged, Laceless, or even water-repel UV models. But excluding these silhouettes, the original mid-cut style of the Ultra Boost has finally got retouched and redesigned. According to Adidas, they have deconstructed the iconic 17 pieces of tech making up the shoe and now reconstructed it with 4 parts only. How has this impacted the Ultra Boost model now? Let's take a closer look at these sneakers. Now keep in mind, these are not the OG colorway of the Ultra Boost 19. That colorway for some reason only had full sizes made, while this secondary colorway had half sizes available, and since I'm a half size, I picked these out for a review. In hand, they're actually not that bad looking as I had originally thought. Made out of the same knitting technology Prime Knit like its predecessor, the whole upper is basically a piece of lightweight textile made to wrap around our feet and feel just like a sock. On this 2019 model, the knit is fully redesigned into what they call it Prime Knit 360. The whole upper is now a full seamless piece of fabric, engineered with a motion weave technology to provide support by holding our feet in place. Due to this, the Prime Knit stretch that we've always felt on previous models are not as elastic on this new model in my opinion. The thick, grid-like parallel weavings at the forefront just strengthen the textile a tad more, so it does feel more structured here than a fully relaxed fit, which makes sense for a running shoe. The only part that's stretchy now on this model is the tongue, which they've decided to strip all of the puffy cushioning seen from previous models and now has left it as pure knit on this 2019 model. Also, instead of a fused logo patch, it's now an overlapping logo patch hanging at the top. Otherwise, both sides of the shoe look exactly a mirror image of each other without any differences. We will see a red thick line near the toe box of the shoe for cosmetic choices on their part, with an internal overlay inside as the toe guard for some extra durability. As for the cage, they have opted out for a translucent midfoot strap that's made out of mesh. I guess the idea is essentially the same as the OG caging system, where it'll tighten up the sides as soon as we lace the flat white laces up on this colorway. So other than the cosmetic changes from the previous models, we'll continue to see the iconic 3 stripes branding, the Boostier as well. Looking at the back of the sneakers, we'll see that they've recoded the heel frame with a 3D hollowed out heel counter now instead. The heel frame now has this rubbery feel to it, and has more of that flexibility now that it's hollowed out at the middle for easier adaptability and support at the back. Also for this colorway at least, it's said that they've used a one-of-a-kind knitting process so that every pair looks different, so that may explain why the back of the shoes here have different colored knit to each other. Inside the sneakers, the internal walls around the ankle collar is protected by a layer of comfy padded layer of cushioning, the same type of padding seen on the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 model. These shoes do come with removable insoles just like its predecessor, with the inflated Boost text branding at the surface. While flipping it over, we will see a new pattern for the insoles with repeating square shapes. Interestingly, the footbed of the shoe without the insole is fully knitted now, instead of the iconic felt-like layer with Boost windows. It's definitely something new on this model and probably done to remove any excessive weight. We then have the midsole cushioning of the sneakers, which they've upgraded it on this model. It's using the same technology called Boost, known for its lightweight responsiveness that feature a bouncy stride like walking on pillows. For this 2019 model though, they've added 20% more Boost material for the midsole, which should essentially translate to an even more comfy and reactive stride, easier to feel the energy return to our feet. Everything about this midsole just looks thicker and taller than the previous UB models, which I am definitely excited to try on to see if it's comfier than before. Finally, flipping the sneakers over, we have a new Continental rubber outsole for extraordinary traction in wet and dry conditions. It seems like they've opted out from the old nub design into this tire-like patterning, which could be a good sign that it's become even more grippy on feet. The stabilizing torsion system is upgraded as well, providing enhanced support for quicker and snappier transitions propelling forward. There used to be a piece of this torsion system seen on the medial side of the Boost tech, and now it's not there anymore on this new model. Anyways, here are some Adidas Ultra Boost 19 fit footage. Sizing wise, I went true to size and they fit great. No need to upsize or downsize for me. I've treated it as my Ultra Boost 3.0 and 4.0 sizing and they fit great. Width wise, as a wide footer perspective, I did find them constricting at first up front by the cage, but as soon as I loosened up the laces, it felt nicely snug around my feet. If I had to buy the OG colorway, which only full sizes are available, as a wide footer who wears half sizes, I could fit into a half size down if I wanted to, but for those who want a looser fit, obviously go up half a size as the knit does feel less elastic. Otherwise, true to size works great, and personally, these were a bit more form-fitting to my feet shape. Cushioning wise, just like an Ultra Boost, it's bouncy but not mind-blowingly soft. As a running shoe, it has more of that stiffer pop than say a Lifestyle EQT Support 9317, which I think is still king for Boost softness. Comparing the old Ultra Boost with this 2019 model wise, the Boost response is definitely a bit more noticeable on feet. Keyword is a bit more. 20% is not a lot, but given the fact that the cushioning is absolutely thicker at the midfoot and forefront area, these regions definitely feel a bit spongier than before. I personally do like how these feel. A bit more boost doesn't hurt the comfort in my opinion, so if you're in the market right now for a new Ultra Boost and are fine with how these look, they're decent and snappy on feet from the casual standpoint. Both the old and this newer model of the Ultra Boost is all fine in my opinion. The 2019 is definitely a positive upgrade, but if the visual appearance doesn't appeal to you, the older style will still do its job. Price wise, they're the same as the older models here in Canada, which is $250 retail. To be honest, I don't mind how these look on feet at all after trying them out. If I only had a couple of shoes and need a new one, I would personally get these 2019 model than the older models just because it's the same price with Boostier improvements. If there are deals or coupons though, get whatever is cheaper. As always, throw me some likes if you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you think about this new redesign. I personally would love to see more collabs coming from Adidas because I personally like those special designs more. I don't think I've seen any planned yet for this 2019 silhouette, so if there is, I would definitely be intrigued. That's it for today. S2W signing off.